It's Friday! I'm very happy that it's Friday. Me and Aiden had an awesome day yesterday. That was a gold medal attempt on trying to make a seam or a body line all the way to the back. It was very much so. We did it as fast as we could. Very happy with it. I went around on the other side. Welcome back! I went around on this side and did a little bit of grinding in there on the front pan. Did some grinding on the front fender on this side. The lip on this side was already ground down. You can see how the lip comes down, how we got it welded in there. It didn't quite fit there. We put coat hanger in there, or welding rod in there. This side is looking good. You can see we got both corners looking good. Got them both looking good. Now what we have to do is we have to get the other side welded up and make it look like this side. We still have some sanding to do with the sanding wheel. The flapper wheel still got some welds we got to sand off with that. But in all actual fact, what I have to do is I have to put the two corners on and finish welding it up, grind it, and it's going out to the sandblaster. So I can see it being sandblasted tomorrow. That's what I can see. What else was I going to say? Come look at the welds, baby. That's very nice welding for the presentation of the metal. I mean, let's face it, the metal's not been ground off. It's kind of welded on that rusty fender, cleaned up just a little bit. You can see down here at the bottom, you can see down the bottom, the welds look very nice on the new stuff. I think Aiden could lay down a better weld on new metal than I can. I just think, younger, more precise, can see better. But beautiful, doing a great job on that welding, That's what we want. We want it all gathered together. So when you grind it off, it all looks like one. I got to try to keep up with his welding when I finish it. But right now I'm going to try to do the two corners. As you can see, we're pretty well in shape of what it's going to look like. This back here in the box is not done. No, but that's going to take some other time. What I'm going to say is we're going to sandblast, for the reason being is there's nothing getting cut off it anymore that I know of. It's pretty well what I want to sandblast. And basically, I never liked doing was sandblasting a car and then cutting it off. I didn't like it. It kind of made me think that was a waste of time. But anyways, that's what I've done, and I've learned myself how to weld up rusty old cars. Probably the reason being is I didn't have. So that's what I had to do, and I've learned how to do it. And Aiden is so lucky to learn how to do it the dirty way first. Basically, he could learn this way where it's perfect all the time. That's not really going down to the true meaning of getting it done. He wouldn't, he probably wouldn't think that you would weld up a rusty car, or anybody that's watching wouldn't think they'd weld up a rusty car, but I do. I weld them up and clean them up. What I sandblast is what I want. I got to get to work. I've got two corners to make for this here and that there, and I'm going to go for it. But I got to cut the patterns first. You can see, you come over here and see, you can see why I added the coat hanger in the center of that, because when it comes down in here, there's a big gap in here. If I beat this piece that I have, if I beat it in, well, then I lose my line for my body line. If I beat it in, that disappears. So what happens is the coat hanger goes in there and fills that all in, like the other side. If anybody's wondering why, let's do this. Let's get some glasses on. Let's get her done. We got big things, I think this is our 55th video on the truck. That's not bad. That means 55 days to be where we're at. One car married another, and got it looking this way. It's not bad. Got the Mark II. I need two of them. There's no sense fooling myself. Baby's checking my mic. Jolene looks amazing today. As always. Jolene always looks amazing. Always does. Alrighty, I probably shouldn't have put that on there like that, because I generally want to stir it on an edge. It does not. But I made it. Faster I get these cut out, the faster the pieces go on. That's the end of the story. I'm in another race today. Julie's going to take me down to our other spot, and we're going to have a barbecue, aren't we, baby? Mm-hmm. And we're going to have a barbecue. Right on. Anytime that happens, to sit down and relax for a bit, it's nice. Very much is. Just going to cut that off. Too hard to turn. I'm off the line a little bit, but I got a grinder over there. I'll straighten her out after. I probably could plasma cut them out. Well, no doubt I can. It's just getting the plasma cutter out to go for it. That's basically the end of it. Do I get it out to do this? When it comes to this here, I might as well just keep cutting, keep playing, and get it done, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Get my vice grips, and you don't know I need them. We had a chance to clean up last night. That was nice. That me and Aiden got to sweep the floor, clean up the tools a little bit. It's nice. He got all that done before he left. Very happy with that. Did some beautiful welding on there. Beautiful. And like I said, like I asked him the question yesterday, which is harder, grinding or the welding? He's catching on the welding very fast. Yes, he is. But in actual fact, the grinding is one of those jobs where it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard job to do it well. You can destroy something fairly quick. We should realize that the metal on, like I'm using 18 gauge. You can think about it now. If I hit that, how fast I can cut that with a zip cut. Well, I can cut that fender faster than this because that's a thinner gauge than this is. That's probably a 19 or a 20, right? So, in actual fact, if I can grind this and get this hot and cut through it, what happens when I hit the fender? Exact same thing happens. Exact same thing. Where'd that piece go? Are you serious? Anything to slow me down, boys. Anything to slow me down. There it is. Jolene looks amazing today. I know I already said it once, but I want to say it again. She's yin to my yang. Wherever that goes. Getting it close, and I'll get the feather wheel and make them look nice. It's Friday, man. I'm happy it's Friday, and I am getting a little. What can I say? A little done with the welding and the fabricating and the grinding. I'm getting a little done with that for now. It's going to be nice to sandblast it and see what it is, and it's going to be some nice. You know how I know? Because I've done it before. Maybe I should have come with plain. Well, just having a hard time on the inside corner. Just having a hard time in the inside corner, that's all. Jolene, you gonna spoil me today? Jolene's gonna spoil me today. All right. You know what that makes me do? Want her spoiler back. That's all that does, right? Alrighty. I got the two pieces. I want them somewhat looking like this. Yep, I'm just going to grind them off with the feather wheel. I noticed Aiden is using the smaller wheel to grind his pieces, and it's taking him a little bit longer. But generally, I have to stop and think about it. I generally have all the grinders busy, so it'd be pretty hard for him to use the grinder that I'm using. And I have, you know, necessary. But that's, I guess, why we had 3 and 4 welders and more grinders, because, you know, everybody's, you know, got to have their own tools. And the small tools are for finishing, and the bigger tools are for faster and finishing, I guess, if you can use them that way. That's the way I like to use them. They're just faster, that's all. That's why I use the flapper wheel and the grind and all the zip cuts the way I do, is because I find them faster. Also with the bench, you're always trying to find a way to hold what you're doing, like the quarter panel. I put it on the bench, the first thing I want to do is flop over. Put it on the floor, it laid there. Basically, that's what's going on there. And I like to get it done. This time, when I put them on, I'm not going to try, this is what I learned, I'm not going to try to be so precise on putting them on this time. I'm going to be precise, yes I am, but I'm not going to worry about how they fit on the corner. I'm not going to say what I worry about. I'm just going to put them on where they fit on the corners, and then I can grind the outside off and make it look right. That's basically what I'm saying, is I'll just match up 2 corners. I've got the inside corners. I'm going to match up that bottom corner. What I mean by the corner is match that up to that corner, match that up to that corner, tack it on, push it in, and whatever's excess, I'll flapper, wheel, or cut it off. And then I don't have to, you know, I can go a little bit faster. I should plunk a little bit of weld on that before we take off. Got to put the air on. Yeah, you want to adjust it? She wants to adjust my mic, and I don't mind because, look, we get everything put away. Wow, beautiful. Hey? You are, Jolene. Beautiful you are. Put this on the ground on here. Turn the welder on. Turn the gas on. Just going to clean it off a little bit. I'm going to weld it on. My ass hanging out. I don't want my ass hanging out. How's that? Come on. I have underwear that have legs, as you can tell. Clean that up. I'll clean this one up too, because I'm going to be welding it. You have to remember, the metal is thinner than what we're using, so we have to be careful when you're grinding it and using that sort of stuff. You have to be careful. I'm going to nail that one on now, I guess. I've got the red hat is so nice that I don't like putting it on the ground, but I got to get used to it. I got to get used to it. And the reason being is it's my work hat. Oh yeah, I got to finish that up first. That's why I got the air going. Ha ha ha. Just want to finish that up underneath so it's, what kind of speed have I got going on there? Some 4. It's all right though. There's a gap going on there. Get my coat hanger. Do. Come on. Get in there. Making a mess. I'm making a mess. Not really, but. Put the heat to it. I'm on the cord, that's why it's not working so good. I'm on the cord, man. Little mouse house there. Little mouse house. Okay, not bad. Just had to weld that together before I put that piece down over there. I want that welded before I run one piece down over top of it. I want to, might as well do it right this second while I get her hooked up. Let's do it. It's Friday. Getting cut off. We just want to get that welded together so we can put this piece on. Not very comfortable on this side for some reason. Look. We'll do the top one first because the top one fits better, and that's the only reason. Top one fits better. Now I'm just going to pound this one up. I'm just going to take a pair of vice grips. That on that square tubing. We still move it because we only got one spot. When I get two on it, we're done, right? So there you go. Just put that down there like that. Then I can cut this all off. I can draw that on after and make that nice. I thought about it the other day when I was watching the video. I seen that. I want to put that tighter, I guess. Just trying to want to clamp it on the right spot, that's all. Just so I have the right. Every time I do something, have to think of, what do you have to think of? What do you have to think of? The consequences. I guess you have to think of the consequences. Just like in life, everything you do, there's a consequence. Believe me. Whether it's good or bad, there's always a consequence for every decision. You can see in the center here, has it got that, that's why I use the coat hanger in there, because it's got that gap in there. I don't really want to jam it in there too tight, because it won't show me my line that I want to see. Ooh, see? I don't need to tack that on, but I'm gonna end up cutting that off anyways. I'm gonna tack this in a little bit better. Baden was counting, that's 6. Right closer, I gotta finish it, leave some heat. Let's cut it off so it looks nice and go to the other end. Then I can jump back and forth. Welding it up. I'm guessing that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I want to draw my line on there first. That bad boy right there. I hope everybody that's on the YouTube station or the Facebooks that's watching has a good weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Friday, and it's a long old week, you know. But generally, I try not to count the days. Every day is the same. It's a repeat. Just do the best thing you can, or the best you can. And that's basically all you can ask for. Do the best you can. That's too. I'm going to do a little bit by eye. That marker work there is not that great. That's okay. It's Friday. Awesome. Use the other one to sand it. That's making a noise. Unplug it. Got to beat it back far enough you can put some more pieces in it. That's all. So what I have to do is get that piece there going around. Weld that up. Let's go to this other piece going. Did that fall on the ground? Did it? No, it's right there. Let's get this one going. I got the flapper wheel going. I have a 4-cylinder diesel, John Deere diesel sandblaster. I bought it I probably bought it 10-15 years ago. I've had it a long time. I probably haven't looked after it the best, but then again, like, what do you do with them? They just sit there. But that's what I'm going to be sandblasting with. It's a 4-cylinder diesel sandblaster, and I'll be throwing sand at it quite good. Aiden gets onto that, he'll never want to pick that small one up ever again. And the day will come, and the day will come. Alrighty, take this to the other end. Yeah, pull the mat down. I'm going to switch that up a little bit. In there. Marker, hammer, vice grips. Alrighty, we got to weld up a little bit more there. So we got some action going on there. It's not the easiest getting down face first and welding like that with a welding rod. No, it's not. But I generally just get her done and carry on. I want to thank Lincoln Electric. They're doing a great job welding this truck up. Haven't hiccuped a bit. I shot that off, didn't I? Make it famous. I'll just weld this along here first. Plunking on top of that weld right there, we'll start on that one dot there and run it down to the other one. Just trying to keep the heat down, that's all I'm doing. And it might be not necessary right here where we've got square tubing, we've got 18 gauge with a roll in it. My experiences tell me that it always moves. Want to get it welded underneath before we put our corner pieces on, that's all. orange. That's the flapper wheel. That's nice to know that. Thank you, baby. Orange flapper wheel. I hope it comes on. I like using square tubing a lot. It's thicker than your body metal and it's thicker than your sheet metal, and you can grind it good to, you know, if I have to grind a little bit more off the square stock, it's okay because there's lots more metal there. When you're doing sheet metal, you really have to be careful. When you're sanding, where did I put that little piece at now? See, what's that? Hard to see, hard to see. I'm going to come this way, I think. What I think I'm going to do. Hardest thing is get comfortable. Do the top one first like the last time. I think I was doing the 20-minute workout. I got the mat. Have it, baby. Got the mat. Baby's checking my mic. I love when she checks my mic. Sweetheart, I'm going to get the cutting wheel behind you. Cooking with gas, cooking with gas. Once we get it on, that's when you know that you can, what can I say? Once you get all the pieces on, then you know basically what's going to happen. The stress level is over, generally, when you get the piece on. I guess stress level, there's not really much of a stress level, but I guess there is when it doesn't fit and you know you have to go back and do it again. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. But as soon as you get the pieces on and you get rock and rolling with the welder, it sure does go nice. I want to do that once or twice. Keep going. The outside picture of these things is what you want. Doesn't matter what the inside looks like. It's the outside picture on all this stuff. Well, we got two ends on it. There's some welding left to do. I've got a piece I can put on that end, I guess, and finish. We go for it? Go for it. I got, maybe I should have put that piece on. I'm here, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to use this piece because I got it plugged in. A rule of thumb, just when you're doing this sort of stuff, try to make them, doesn't matter what's going on. Yeah, you can shut that off, sweetheart. No matter what's going on, try to make your wheel lips the same size, or if they're coming down the bottom, taper them off, but try to make them look uniform and the same all the way around. And that way there, when, you know, if someone looks at your car, basically they're not looking at it real hard or looking at it, you know, looking at it, that your wheel lips are all the same. If you're doing this kind of work, I've seen some, you know, some wheel lips that need love. And that's basically all it needs is love. So I need a little piece here on the corner. So I'm going to get a little piece. I just made a round piece. Bum, 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 bum. This will work. Gotta watch that handle sometimes. It come down, hit you in the head. Probably deserve it sometimes, but the times I don't, not so happy. Baby, uh-oh, she said, would you get caught eating some of your Cheerios, did you? Uh-oh, I got caught eating your Cheerios. That's all right, sweetheart. You can eat my Cheerios anytime. Got them fancy underwear on again. Just gonna mark on the other side so I can cut it, I'm hoping. Not bad. Not bad. Can you imagine having kids or glasses as a kid and breaking them like I do? Can you imagine? You would probably get beat. There we go. Let's do the best we can. I broke her right to the hinge, boys. There's no fixing that. Weld her up, I guess. Look at that, they fit good. What happens on this one? It's fitting fair, but what I will say is I'll weld one end in, make it fit, and then I can grind this off to make it fit. I can't do that. Possibly could, but. Square tubing is so nice to weld sheet metal to that. Oh, you're just getting the shot. My baby's good. Did exactly what I said not to do. Started out the edge. See that? Should not start at the edge. Should start and put a little bit in between there, a little bit away from the edge, and then you have some meat to when you weld to go to it. When you start right on the edge, you burn through usually, and you just watch me do it. And that was my repeat for the day. I did not repeat. But I will remember for the next time. Burn the mat. Get off. The access can be cut off. And also, it has to be welded all the way down. Get fogged up here. Get my shin pads up, put on knee pads. Put my gloves on for a second. Look, sweat come right through the gloves. I'm sweating. Crook lashes on, crook everything. Oh, you need the yellow one plugged in. You pop that welder off you want, sweetheart. I know you can do it. You're good at it. Beep, beep, beep. Still got to weld that up in there, but that's fine. Let's go put the other piece on, and then I'll be happy. Then it's just welding. There's no more fabrication. That's fabrication there when I'm making that piece. So I need a piece. I'm gonna grind that off. Which one I got plugged in? The yellow one. The yellow one's a zip cut. Come on over. I got it. We got one more piece to fabricate, and it goes underneath this one. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. What's this little piece I had that I cut off? What's that look like? Well, have mercy on me. I'm going to use it, people. I'm going to use it. We'll be sandblasting soon. I'm quite excited, to be honest with you, because the truck's going to look what I thought it was going to look like, I guess. But it's going to be nice to see it all one color. It really is. See what it can look like. Take the different stages out of it and make it all one. Be nice. Can't wait. I don't know how that had the right cut on it, but it did. Wow. When it's your day, just accept it. When it's not, it's rough. I got it tacked once, so that means I can still move it, but I don't think I want to, so I'm going to have to just tack it again. So this can, yeah, I'm fine with that. Beautiful, I think. Yes. Oh, excuse me, sweetheart. So I can see what's going on a little bit, that's all. Almost right down here. Weld the bottom of it, get that bottom welded up from there to there, and then we'll give away a hat of the shirt. I don't mind putting extra weld on sometimes, and that way I feel better grinding it off. And that's basically what I'm telling myself. I don't mind putting it on because I can grind it off and make it look a little nicer. If it's not there, I can't grind it and shape it and make it look nice. I cannot. And nobody else can either. Oh! What do I need? Hold it out. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Reason I plopped on a few more welds there before I went to the air, simple reason is I'm welding on square tubing, and I feel like the strength is there to handle the heat. That's what I'm feeling like. The strength is there to handle the heat. Got around the corner to do. For me and you. These are too big or too small, I can die grind the back of the die grinder, fill it full of welds, and we're good as gold. Well, you know what? It's Friday, and I'm happy it's Friday, and I'll tell you why. I think the end of fabrication is over. The end of fabrication is over. What I mean by fabrication is making pieces, well, I shouldn't have said that. There's the whole inside and that sort of stuff, but I mean the shape of the visual body on the outside. I'm thinking it's the fabrication is over. We're not doing any more modifications to the outside, I don't think. I guess maybe the bumper pan might need a little length on it or something like that, but in all, the hood's where it wants to be, the front end where it wants to be, the headlights are on, the pan's on, the wheel lips are on where they need to be. We got the curtain on the outside, the doors are 85, 75%. The back is sort of, well, it is the shape that we want it. It's not finished on the inside. To me, that's not much of fabrication. That's just sliding down in some sheet metal to fit and cut it, trace it off and weld it on. But the outside will be, I'm hoping to get sandblasted tomorrow. Then we'll really get to see and visualize what it's going to look like with paint on it. And the reason I say that is because you're going to get to see it all one color. You're going to get to see it all one color. Then you can visualize for yourself what it's going to look like. There's a ton of more work to do. Yes, there is. There's a ton of more work to do. And if we had to have it done, we do it. But we don't have to have it done. And we're having fun with it. So that's what we're doing. We're having fun with it. It's going good. Do not be surprised. Honestly, do be surprised. But once I get it sandblasted, we'll see where it goes from there. But I have a few things in my mind that I would like to do to have fun. Computer down here, sweetheart? No, computer right over there. And that's what I'll probably do. I'll do what makes me happy at the time. That's what I'll do. As long as I'm still going forward, I'm happy. Happy. Want me to open the door, sweetheart? Did I tell you you look absolutely amazing today? You're the apple of my eye, sweetheart. I wouldn't know what to do without you. I'm in love with you too. Living on love, boys, living on love. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. It's been it's been quite hot here. A fan was in yesterday, and he was saying, you know, they might not think it's hot in Canada, but we were hotter here than Texas yesterday, and maybe today. Not bragging, just telling the truth. I could turn the dial up a little bit or make it a little cooler, couldn't you? Huh? The computer's working hard. We're working hard.
Hold it.
Oh, I'll hold it. We're at 200 comments and stuck. Oops, something went wrong. That happens to me all the time. Have to accept. It was good to see Buddy won his hat yesterday. He's been commenting since the start, and he thought he had no luck. But, you know, if you don't have that dream, it can't come true, can it? Huh? 100 comments. Jolene said that's annoying. You know what's the hardest part about it? Me holding that computer. Try one more time and it does not work. What we're going to do is we're going to give 2 away next time. Alrighty, sorry, I don't want to hold it any longer. It's not working. That'll be the end of that. What we'll do is we'll give two hatters shirt away next time. We'll give 2 away. Fabrication on the outside. Let's go take a look at that thing one more time. Let's take a look at it one more time. You know, I enjoy it. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. There's still things that have to be welded on it, obviously on the other side, but there's the pieces underneath here have to be put in, and that can be done after we sandblast it. We're allowed to have some nice clean metal to weld once in a while, so once it's sandblasted, we can fix most of the stuff that needs to be welded. We'll come in and fix it. But basically, there's the basic shape of it. There's the basic shape of it. I really like the pan on the front. That really banged the nose. I didn't realize that this pan was out that far. I like the nose of it. I really do. I'm happy with it. It's something that I've never seen before. It really is. We did it our way, and not saying it's the right way, but what I'm saying is it made me happy. I did it my way. And basically I think that's what everybody likes to do, is do it their way. And if you have your car, do it your way. If any little tips that I do or you give me, I use, like the tape on the grinder, if I can give you something like that, it just helps the person out getting forward, and I don't mind that at all. If you got the will and the want, there's people out there who want to help you. But that's basically the end of the fabrication on the outside of it. I'm hoping on the outside of it, and I'm going to weld this up today and get it ground, so tomorrow I can be ready to pull it outside. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Check in with us tomorrow, because we're going to pull it outside, and I'm going to hit it with a sandblaster, and it's going to look a lot different. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.